Spicy looking table over in Serie A with Napoli currently top of the bloody pops. Breathing down the necks though are heavy hitters Internazionale and Juventus. What title race do we have of this season over in Italy? Well, we'll tell you all about it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today it's all about match number 8. That's right, in Serie A, and we'll get to it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for Serie A is right here under one rooski. That's right, Napoli, Inter, Juve are in the top 3. Lazio, can they bring the title back to Rome? Well, we'll see all about that in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs, the other Patreons. You know who you are. Of course, smash your like, smash your subscribe. Big shout out to the members. You know who you are. And again, if you want to help build part of this this community, this family here, check out the links down below. But before all that, now we're going to jump in and recap the results, of course, the previous matches prior to the international break. So let's get into it. Alrighty then, folks, here we bloody go. Recapping the results. Here they are, and some big wins for Napoli, of course. Destroying Como, 3-1 in the end over in Naples. Meanwhile, Verona did beat Venezia in the battle of the V's, of course. It's a big win for Verona, who now sit comfortably in mid-table. Udinese back to winning ways. They're, of course, in just on the outside looking in. Trying to get back into the top 4, beating Lecce 1-0 winners. Atalanta 5-1 win over Genoa to make big moves up the table. Internazionale also keeping up the heat, 3-2 winners over Torino. Juventus, though, slipped up a little bit at home to Cagliari, just a 1-1 draw. Bologna and Parma all square as well. Lazio, big winners of Empoli, 2-1 winners. What's going wrong at Roma? Just a draw against Monza. And Fiorentina did beat AC Milan. Wow, to put themselves within reaching distance of the top 4. That's, of course, mine, and, of course, the results. What about the table? Well, the table looks like this. As you see it, is Napoli currently top of the charts with just that 1 defeat. Inter, though, could go top, depending on what goes on this weekend. Juventus also there, and Lazio all could shake up the top if they can get the results going their way. Going down, though, it's Genoa, it's Monza, it's Venezia. But, of course, that could also change with their, all within a win, to getting out of the bottom 3. Well, that is my picks. And, of course, the table. Well, this is the Super Brew, that's right. It's KP21 flexing his prediction muscles to come out on top this past week. I believe, is that right this week? I don't know. It does feel a little bit off, but we'll see. That's the current state of play anyway. I don't know if they're missing something, but the last recorded results on the Super Brew for Serie A have KP21 kicking ass with 17 points. Xander's up there with 16. Raymond Reddington up there as well with AJ24. Blah, 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 blah. All the rest of the guys. If you see your name in there, smash your like. Where am I? Oh, there I am. I just saw it. Right there. Yep. I got myself 10.5. Anyway, the overall leaderboard in the Super Brew has me still in the top 10, up 1 to number 8. But it's Raymond Reddington right now, running away with it. With a gap opening up between themselves and O'Connor. Summer 2018, AJ24, also movers and shakers at the top of the table. KP21, though, big mover, number 7, up 7 spots to 19. All of you guys, I do appreciate the loving over in the prediction zone. If you want to get back in, or you want to continue, or you want to just, if you want to get involved, here is the link. It is free, 100% free. Get involved, get invested, and we'll see you on the other side. All right then, folks, here we go with the next round of games coming at you this weekend, Saturday or October the 19th. We're going to start, hopefully, at the top of the graphic, and that will be Como up against Parma. All right then, folks, here we go. It's Como, it's Parma. It's coming at you on the 19th of October at the Stadio Giuseppe Signalia. That's right. Como doing all right now, sitting in 14th in the table with just 8 points to the name. But they're coming into this on 50% form. That's right. That's 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2. Up against Parma, 33% form for them right now. Winless, though, in the last 5. They sit 16th with just 6 points to the name. Now, these two clubs have played 8 times since 2002. 1 win for Como, 4 for Parma. There's been 3 draws between the two sides, with the most recent match being a draw back in Como in February 2024. That was last season when they were playing in Serie B. In fact, this match has preferred the hosts, of course, to the wayside without an away win over the last 8, and that last 8 stretches all the way back to 2002. Como, though, did lose to Napoli most recently. However, the last home match was a big 3-2 win over Verona. Parma's last match was on the road. It was a 0-0 draw against Bologna. We've got basic odds on this one. Of course, the basic odds lean in favour of Como. Parma will be your underdogs for me. I'm going to go with Como as well. I think they've turned a massive corner of late. I'm not expecting crazy things, but I think they could do enough to survive. 2-0 winners, though, against Parma in a big game this coming weekend. Same day, it's Genoa, that's right, up against Bologna, the Luigi Ferraris, that's right. Genoa under Alberto Gilardino currently find themselves all the way down to 18th right now, just 5 points to the name, 5 defeats in the last 6, 8% form, grim stuff for them at the moment. Up against Bologna, who are 13th with 8 points to the name. They are the draw kings, picking up 4 draws in the last 6, but just 1 win in the last 6 matches as well. Now, they've played 30 times since 2006, 11 wins for Genoa, 10 for Bologna. There's been 9 draws between the two sides. However, the last time they played over at the Luigi Ferraris, it was a 2-0 win for Genoa back in May 2024. Genoa have only lost once against Bologna over the last 6. That was in Genoa as well, back in May 2022. And they come into this, though, on the back of some heavy defeats, losing to 3-0 to Juve and Atalanta, 5-1 most recently, so conceding 8 goals in the last 2 games combined. Bologna, though, a little bit of a different story for them. Back-to-back games without scoring a goal, losing to Liverpool, and then, of course, that 0-0 draw against Parma. Again, basic odds for this one. It looks like it's favouring Bologna here. Genoa seem to be in a bit of a rut. I think I'm, sitting on the fence a little bit on this one. 1-1, cannot separate the two sides. Let me know if you can down below. Next up, we go to Milan. That's right. The Giuseppe Meazza as AC Milan take on Udinese in what appears to be a bit of a top of the table crunch clash. That's right. 6th place Milan up against 5th place Udinese. Paolo Fonseca's boys, 50% form for them right now, sit 6th with 11 points to the name, but back-to-back defeats. Up against Udinese, who are 5th, 13 points to the name, 4 wins in the last 6, 67% form for them. Are they the real deal? Now, they played 64 times since 1993, 31 wins for Milan, 18 wins for Udinese, 15 draws between the two sides. The last time they played, though, over in Milan, it was a 1-0 win for Udinese. That's right. That was back in November 2023. Udinese have actually won 2 of the last 3 matches against AC Milan, both home and away. But they come into this, Milan, that is, on the back of successive losses, losing to Leverkusen in the Champions League, losing to Fiorentina, and of course the last game pre-international break. Udinese, though, do come into this on the back of a win, beating Lecce over at their own turf last time around. The bookies, though, they go for Milan. Comfortably so. Udinese are the underdogs. And realistically, it should go in favour of the hosts on this one. Going to go big as well. 3-0 win. Not too sure about Udinese just yet. But we'll see if they can get anything out of this game. And if so, that means they could be a threat for the European spots this season. Let's go over to Turin now as Juventus take on Lazio. What a game we have here at the Allianz Stadium. That's right. Juventus under Thiago Motta, unbeaten in the last 6 games. They sit 3rd with 13 points to the name. Up against Lazio, who sit 4th, also 13 points to the name, with Marco Baroni, winning 5 of the last 6. Goodness gracious, incredible form for them. They're on 83% form for them heading into this one. Now, they played 76 times since 1993, 41 wins for Juventus, 20 wins for Lazio. There's been 15 draws between the two sides. However, this result has been in favour of the hosts whenever it's been played over the last, I don't even know how many years, with the last, 6, 8 games going in favour of the host, including the last match they played at this very venue. It was the Coppa Italia semi-final back in April 2024. It was a 2-0 win for Juventus. They also, Juventus did pick up the victory against Lazio in the league at this very venue, 3-1 win as well. But coming into this, the Juventus on the back of that shock home draw against Cagliari, Lazio with a couple of successive home wins against Nice and Empoli to put themselves within striking distance. The bookies, though, they'll go for Juventus, despite the little hiccup, you would say, against Cagliari. They're favoured here. Lazio, the underdogs. So, yeah, going to go with Juventus to win this one. 2-0 winners. Getting the big 3 points. And again, moving up the table. Empoli are next up, of course, coming at you up against the table toppers. Napoli, that's right, coming at you on the 20th. Of October. That is a Sunday. Empoli all the way down to 10th right now with 10 points to the name up against Napoli, who are table toppers with 16 points. 23 times they've played since 1997. 10 wins for Empoli, 9 wins for Napoli. There's been 4 draws between the two sides. However, Empoli did the double over Napoli last season, picking up successive clean sheets and successive 1-0 wins against them. Napoli, though, on the back of a good home surge of late, 3 home games in a row, beating Palmero, beating Monza, and beating Como. What we're looking at, 10 goals scored in the last 3 games combined. So a pretty good turn of form for Napoli. Empoli, though, on the back of back-to-back games without a win, the last win being that over Torino in the Coppa Italia round of 32. The bookies, though, they'll go with Napoli. They are table toppers. They're scoring goals as well. It's looking pretty good for them at the moment. Of course, I'm also going with Napoli. Of course, I am 2-0 winners on the road to maintain that top of the table status, I think, for another weekend. Lecce next, they're taking on Fiorentina. That's right. That's coming at you this coming Sunday as well. Lecce doing what are they doing right now? Sitting all the way down to 17th right now. They've hit the skids. 5 games without a win up against Fiorentina, who are climbing the table, unbeaten now the last 4 matches with 11 points to the name. Now, these two sides have played 24 times since 1997. We have 7 wins for Lecce, 9 wins for Fiorentina. There's been 8 draws between the two sides, with the most recent match between these two sides at this very venue. 3-2 win it was for Lecce back in February 2024. In fact, I've just hit the bloody button there, but in fact, when you look back at the last 4 matches, Lecce have only lost once against Fiorentina over the last 4. They do come into this on the back of a 2-1 win. A 2-1 win. That's Fiorentina over Milan. Lecce with a 1-0 win over Udinese. Sorry, 1-0 loss over Udinese. Heading into the international break. So not great form for them coming at you. Rafael Padalino's boys, that's Fiorentina, of course, are favoured here for the victory. Lecce are the underdogs, of course, for this one over at their own turf. But remember, they did beat them in last time around. Can lightning strike twice at the Via del Mare? Well, we'll see about that. I've gone with a 1-1 draw for myself on this one. So we'll take that to the bank. Let's go to Venice now as Venezia take on Atalanta. That's right, coming at you over at the Stadio Perugini Penzo. That's right, Venezia all the way down rock bottom at the moment, 20 for the table. Just 1 win the last 6 games. Atalanta under Gian Piero Gasparini are in up to 8th, climbing high at the moment with just 1 defeat in the last 6. Now, these two clubs have played 8 times since 2001. 2 wins for Venezia, 5 for Atalanta. There's been 1 draw between the two sides. Of course, Venezia did lose to Atalanta most recently back in April 2022. Of course, that was back in Serie A. And they've won 3 in the bounce, 4 in the bounce. No, 3 in the bounce against Venezia, keeping 2 clean sheets at the last 3. Coming at you, though, Atalanta with a couple of big wins to their name, beating Shakhtar Donetsk, of course, in Europe. And then, of course, a 5-1 win over Genoa most recently. That's 8 goals scored in the last 2 games. Venezia, though, back-to-back away losses, losing to Roma and Verona. But they are back on the home turf, which, of course, the last time they played here, they picked up a good win over Genoa. The bookies, though, they'll go with Atalanta. They are overwhelming favoured here. Venezia, are there any hope? But I don't think it's likely that they're going to get anything out of this game. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 win. It might be a close game, but Atalanta should take all the points. Cagliari next, they're up against Torino. That's right, coming at you on the 20th of October at the Unipol Dumas. Cagliari under David Nicola looking good right now, unbeaten the last 3 matches up against Torino, who of course were table toppers early in the season, have now got 3 defeats on the spin, dropping down to 7th. Of course, with 11 points. Now, they have played 40 times since 1993. 11 wins for Cagliari, 16 wins for Torino, 13 draws between the two sides. With the most recent match being at Cagliari back in January 2024. Torino coming out on top. 2-1 win. In fact, the away side is the more successful in this fixture, whether it's in Torino or at Cagliari, with the last 6 matches favouring the opposition. In fact, just 1 win at the last, I don't even know, maybe 10 matches have gone in favour of the host. So that could be, if you're a betting man, might be a cheeky way to get this one. But Cagliari are on the rise. Remember that 3 wins on the bounce, including not 3 wins on the bounce, 3 games unbeaten, including that impressive draw against Juventus back on the 6th of October. Torino, though, losing to the likes of Lazio and Inter, which are heavyweights. But of course, in amongst that, they did lose to Empoli at Torino, in the Coppa Italia. The bookies, they'll find it tough here, slightly, only just favouring that of Torino. So a tricky one to call here, and that's why I see it as well. 1-1 draw, which of course continues that run of matches, not necessarily going in favour of the hosts, but it also continues that Cagliari bit of form. So a draw might not be out of the question. Rome next as they take on Internazionale in what's going to be an absolute monster game on the 20th of October. That's right, Roma. Under a bit of pressure is Ivan Juric, sitting in 9th with 10 points to the name, just 1 win in the last 4, up against Internazionale, who won 3 on the bounce, sitting second in the table with 14 points to the name. Now, these two clubs have played 81 times since 1993, 21 wins for Roma, 35 wins for Inter, and there's been 25 draws. That's right, Roma, though, haven't beaten Inter in the last 3. With Internazionale picking up 3 successive wins, scoring 7 goals in the last 3 games combined against them. However, coming into this, Inter on the back of 3 wins on the bounce, scoring 10 goals in the last 3 games combined. The last loss was against AC Milan over at the San Siro, of course, back in the 22nd of September. Roma, though, last victory was only a 2-1 win against Venezia back on the 29th of September. Of course, with losses against Elfsborg in the Europa, and then only a draw against Monza. Question marks are already being raised about Ivan Juric and him driving forward. And there was even a rumour I've read that De Rossi could be on his way back. Goodness, I don't even know. But it is madness. The bookies also think it's a bit madness. They go in favour of International. They should win this one. They are the heavyweights. But Roma could cause a surprise. And of course, a win here could do the wonders for the coach in the home dugout. For me, though, I am sitting on the fence. Yes, I am. 1-1 draw. And Roma will take that right now at this current state of play. And then finally, folks, we go over to Verona as they take on Monza on Monday night. That's right, Monza, currently under Alessandro Nesta. Find themselves 42% form for them right now, all the way down 19th, just 4 points for the season. Up against Verona, we're up to 12th right now with 9 points to the name, but only 2 wins at the last 6 matches. Now, they played 14 times since 1997. 6 wins for Verona, 4 wins for Monza. It's been 4 draws between the two sides, including a draw last time over in Monza back in February 2024. In fact, Monza have been the more profitable out of the last 4 matches between themselves and Verona, picking up a couple of wins and a couple of draws. Verona, though, picking up a 2-1 win over Venezia last time around, with Monza drawing with Roma, which of course could be a solid result in the end. The bookies slightly, well, actually backing Verona here for the victory. Monza have not had the greatest season so far under Alessandro Nesta, and I also think that bit of a bad spell will continue for Monza, losing to Verona to make it successive wins for them. 1-0 win at the Stadio Mercato Pettogodi. There we go, folks. Those are my picks. Hopefully you'll get your picks in as well. Don't forget to use the link down on the screen right there. Of course, back next time around for some more action over in Serie A. So make sure you subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. Until then, guys and girls, we are donezoed.